Shalom and good afternoon. Welcome to your Friday edition of From the Heart of a Woman. I am in social commentator mode today. There's so much going on in the world, and it's just disheartening. I don't even know where to start, but what came to mind this morning was an old gospel song from the Hawkins family. And the lyrics go something like this: tragedies are commonplace. All sorts of diseases, people are slipping away, the economy is down, people can't get enough pay. But as for me, all I can say is thank you. And so I'm in a thank you mode, but I'm in a I don't even know what word to use. Concerned for our people, our community, our world. It's time for us to really take a look at what's going on in the world and think. It's time to think. This week, I think it was yesterday, they found a baby's remains in the landfill here in my state. And they had Amber Alerts. And you know what? People will see that, hear that, and go, oh, that's so sad. And next phase, next thing. What's really going on? Thousands and thousands of black and brown women and children are missing. And what are people doing about it? What is law enforcement doing about it? It seems not to be a concern in the world for that going on. It's just crazy right now. Saw the videos, the little girl in the store licking ice cream, opening up ice cream and licking the top and putting the top back on it and walking away. For laughs, for likes. Then I saw some person, human being, open up a Listerine bottle, gargle it down, put it back in the bottle, put the top back on, put it back on the shelf. Saw a girl in the produce department at Walmart rubbing the lettuce along her body. Saw video of a young lady at, I don't know if it was Burger King or McDonald's, but some fast food restaurant, taking the buns, laughing, rubbing it on the floor, and picking it up, making a sandwich with it. People are compromising our consumer goods in grocery stores and restaurants. And what in the world? Earthquakes out on the West Coast. High Richter scale. I think one I saw was 7.1. Flooding in New Orleans again. I know for New Orleans residents that had to be triggering. PTSD came in full effect. To see that water rising again, that had to be very, very scary. But people are going to look at that. Well, it doesn't affect me. It's not me. It's not my family. It's not in my neighborhood. Those aren't my people. And go back to status quo. Time out for status quo. This is... But you know what? We shouldn't be, what's the word I'm looking for? Surprised at this, because the scriptures tells us that in the last days, in fact, that's 2 Timothy chapter 3, tells us in the last days, perilous times are coming. I don't even want to say coming, because they're here. I mean, not to mention just people getting still all kinds of crazy police brutality, discrimination and racism, Um, perilous times are here. And it's time for us to release the status quo. It's time for us to find out what it is we're supposed to be doing. First of all, understand why these things are happening. Sorry, it's because in the scriptures, we, black and brown peoples, we are a cursed nation for our disobedience to our Abba, our Elohim, the Most High, for our disobedience. And so these things are going to keep coming up if we don't make changes. If we don't be about our Creator's business and understand that it's time to make the adjustments and do what is needful and necessary to prepare our hearts, our minds, our homes, our children, our communities to get in line with what His will is, for what His purpose is, to walk out the visions that He's given us, then it's just going to get worse. People say, well, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Has it gotten better? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten better? I don't see that it's gotten better, but progressively worse. Progressively worse. And we need to figure out how to make necessary changes and come out of some of our entitled mindsets, come out of some of our expectations, and figure out what our part is. What are the next steps? How we're going to look at these things that are going on in our backyard. That struck my heart. I saw the pleas of the family regarding this baby, 18-month-old CJ. Oh my gosh. Wasn't with his parents. Red flag number one. At the home with a family member, snatched out of the bed and found a few days later lifeless in the landfill. And of course, his demise came at the hand of someone who was tasked to love him, tasked to care for him. That, I had to take a breath. That was so concerning to me. Now, that foolishness and shenanigans these kids are doing it's because they are looking for these dopamine hits that they get from every like, every heart, every acknowledgement on social media. And if we as parents don't understand it, we need to be trying to figure out ways to limit screen time, whether it's video games, television watching, whether it's these cell phones. Monitor the kinds of things they are watching and doing. Ask the hard questions. Stop being lazy parents and monitor their kid. I mean, if I pay the phone bill, I get to look at the phone. I bought the phone. I get to look at the phone. Oh, they need their privacy. Not in my house. I'm sorry, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. And so my son, yes, I have a 14-year-old son. He understands. If I say, bring me that phone, unlock it, bring it here. And I get to go through, and I get to read because the giving the availability to privacy to children is why children are killing themselves. Giving them so many liberties with social media has given so much rise in cyberbullying. And children as young as 5 are contemplating suicide, contemplating life or death because somebody don't like them or somebody said something cruel, and are not trusting their parents, or maybe the parents aren't available. I don't know. But they're not having these real conversations with these children. It is concerning to me, the world in which we live. And so now I look at me. No more time for status quo. I can't just brush over. I can't just look the other way. We need to come together as a people and figure out what it is we should be doing in this period of time, in this construct that can breed some change. I heard I know the quote that says, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." I'm working my hardest to try to offer other solutions and alternatives. We as a people, I said it in a previous video, we don't have time to even deal with our mental health, and that is what's causing a lot of our demise. We don't want to look like punks. We don't want to be simps. We don't want to be weak. But all that is bottled up and messing us up on the inside. Man, it's time for us to make some changes. No more status quo. Time out for status quo. So look at you and see what you can do. No, you can't change the world, but you can change you enough to affect those in your circle that now you can affect them, make an impact with them, and they can go, and it's a ripple effect. Each one teach one, each one reach one. And so I'm looking for the one, if it's just one, that I can reach and try to help them see another way. Because another CJ, I'm sorry, it's on the way. People doing stupid stuff and affecting the lives of other people. It's on the way. And scriptures prophesy destruction is coming to this earth. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Some things are out of our hands. And so that means we need to be dealing with us. This is our realm of influence. This is our realm of control. This is our land that we get to dominate. And so, if those areas, those things we can't change, we change us. The things we can change, we make change. And I think it's important that we understand it's time out for status quo. This has been the professor, just speaking what's on my heart today. Feeling really somber about the goings on in our world. And it's time for us to change. No more status quo. I love you guys. Professor out.